From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. Century Ply. And MYK Laticrete Tile Adhesives.
Good evening and welcome. The Congress party has said that Hindi as a language makes no sense to the world. Can you believe it? They say Hindi is useless, makes no sense to the world, it will not work, and such a profound comment put forth by none other, you guessed it, Rahul Gandhi, makes no sense to me or to any Indian. How can one talk like this? How can one insult the national language openly? Isn't this mindset proof that somewhere, deep within, people like Rahul Gandhi suffer from an inferiority complex? That they are nothing but the uninformed 2022 version of the horrific Macaulay's children mindset. What language did Narendra Modi speak when he negotiated terms globally after the Ukraine crisis and got the best deal for India? Hindi. What language do Europeans, Russians, Americans, Chinese crave to learn to keep up with our global economic and geopolitical clout? Hindi. What language was used by Bal Gangadhar Tilak when he said, स्वराज मेरा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है और इसमें मैं इसे लेकर रहूंगा? Hindi. Does Rahul Gandhi know any history? Any history? Does he know whether Tilak's message was understood by the British or not? Does he ask himself these questions? Has he read enough? I doubt he does. I doubt he knows. And I have a suggestion. If he lacks the depth, or rather should I say, since he lacks the depth to understand India, he cannot expose his ignorance by embarrassing the country repeatedly, by going to Cambridge and saying India was never a nation. And if he is stuck with some kind of inferiority complex, then he shouldn't expose it to the world by insulting the national language in the way that he has. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't just give a person who has no depth, no knowledge, a ready and unsuspecting audience and let him get away with it. We can't let him get away with it. Now this fellow Rahul Gandhi says, English, not Hindi, will work to the world. Hindi won't work. What's wrong with Hindi? What does he say? Does he know what he's talking about? Truly, I doubt he does. Debate number 2 this evening. The deep hate that the Vadra Congress has towards Smriti Irani because she thrashed Rahul Gandhi electorally in Amethi leads to a situation where Rahul Gandhi's right-hand man carries out another deep sexist and misogynistic attack on Smriti Irani. And all of them, especially Priyanka Vadra, mumps the word. They won't speak anything about it. Debate number 3 this evening. I really have a packed show tonight. A portrait of Veer Savarkar has become the focus of a political face-off in Karnataka. And at 10:30 tonight, Jagdish Titler is being made the face of the Bharat Jodo campaign. A man associated with the massacre of Sikhs in 1984 is being promoted by Rahul Gandhi as the face of the Bharat Jodo campaign. We don't need to say anything more, and here are the headlines this Monday evening on the debate tonight.
केवल आती हैं, लटके झटके देकर चली जाती हैं, वो निश्चित तौर से गांधी परिवार की सीट है और रहेगी.
Rejected by the voters of Amethi, the Vadra Congress resorts to the most sexist, the most shameful, and the most personal attack on Union Minister, top BJP leader Smriti Irani. Smriti Irani hits back and shows the misogynistic leader the mirror, dares Rahul Gandhi to contest in Amethi and not run to other seats.
छोड़िए अब छोड़िए ये पुरानी बातें हैं ये तो सच्चाई क्या है पॉलिटिक्स क्या है
Rahul Gandhi awards and promotes 1984 tainted Jagdish Titler, makes the person many see as the face of the 1984 anti-Sikh riots as the torch-bearer of his Bharat Jodo Yatra.
अगर आप बाकी दुनिया से बात करना चाहते हो तो वहां हिंदी काम नहीं आएगी वहां अंग्रेजी ही काम आएगी
And he does it again. Mr. Goof Up, blunder after blunder, Rahul Gandhi says Hindi is of no use for the rest of the world. The party that backed the Mangaluru bomber, Sharik, now has a serious problem with India's freedom icon, Veer Savarkar's photo. And zero tolerance towards illegal encroachment, Himanta's Assam government shows the firm resolve as bulldozers roll in Assam. Ladies and gentlemen, India is shedding its colonial baggage. We are confidently making strides while taking pride in our roots, but for Rahul Gandhi, Hindi is no match and will never be a match and will not matter to the rest of the world, never be a match to English. I feel he has an inferiority complex, but does he need to try and impose it on every unsuspecting crowd that he addresses? How embarrassing. Let's debate.
Descending in Rajasthan as part of his walkathon, Rahul Gandhi made this statement about the Hindi language.
ये नहीं चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान का गरीब किसान का बेटा मजदूर का बेटा अंग्रेजी सीखे इसका कारण है क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं कि आप बड़े सपने ना देखो मगर अगर आप बाकी दुनिया से बात करना चाहते हो तो वहां हिंदी काम नहीं आएगी वहां अंग्रेजी ही काम आएगी
This colonial mindset is in completely disconnect with a new India.
कभी कभी तो हमारी टैलेंट भाषा के बंधनों में बन जाती है हमें हमारे देश की हर भाषा पे गर्व होना चाहिए
India is confidently going to the world and speaking our language, whether it is Hindi with world leaders or Tamil at the United Nations.
आज से 3000 वर्ष पूर्व भारत के महान कवि तमिल में कहा था यादम उरे यावरुम केडीर यानी हम सभी स्थानों के लिए अपनेपन का भाव रखते हैं और सभी लोग हमारे अपने हैं
But Rahul Gandhi, it seems, is using language to divide.
Our culture, our language, Kannada, is under attack. I have come here to give a message to those people who think they can push aside Tamil language.
It's time for a reality check. Let's debate.
Shazia Elmi Ravi Sharma is an advocate in the Supreme Court, and Harshvardhan Tripathi, very senior journalist, writes wonderfully and beautifully in Hindi. Amerikai Narayanan, Revola Sridhar Reddy of the TRS, and R.K. Mishra. R.K., I want to start with you. It appears to me, and I said at the start, I think Rahul Gandhi has some kind of a problem. It could be an inferiority complex, it could be a lack of awareness of Indian culture, but you know, when he makes these kind of sweeping statements, one can have the view that here's a person who knows very little, almost nothing, but who has a ready crowd that the party has arranged for him. So he's put on a pedestal and he's allowed to say what he wants. But does he think of the implications, or does he really mean something like this? When he says Hindi doesn't matter, Hindi won't work for the world, you must learn English and only English, where is this person coming from? Like, what is his thinking? What does this reflect? I think it reflects the inferiority complex. What's your take?
So I think, Arnab, first of all, I think Rahul Gandhi is a politician, and language has been used by politicians to divide the country and do the politics. And I think maybe that is his reason for doing this. However, India is not just English or Hindi. India has 22 major languages as per the 8th schedule of the Constitution. And now if you are in Tamil Nadu and you want to have a job, I mean, you need to understand the local language. So I think Indian languages with rich history, I think enough politics in this country has been done on the languages. We should not be done that, because already too much hatred is going on many other issues. Language should not become one of this. I think his idea that only English, of course, not everybody is Modi who needs to talk to the global leaders. He can talk in Hindi. But anybody who needs language is a mean to earn the livelihood. And if it requires you to learn a particular language to earn the livelihood, it's fine. It should not become a debate of politics.
No.
It should not be the debate for dividing, or not any complex. So for me,
let me take it further. I mean, I feel it could be also looked at differently. Now, he has problems in his expression in Hindi. A lot of people do. I mean, but I think the effort is in trying, right? Trying very hard, and then improving your Hindi. But you can't make these kind of comments. The question is not with Rahul Gandhi's ability. The question is with the articulation. And we do know that this is the Macaulay mindset. That English is over and above everything. He doesn't only undermine Hindi. बात को अगर समझने की कोशिश करें तो हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी जी वो हिंदी को अंडरमाइन नहीं कर रहे, वो कह रहे हिंदी नहीं चलेगी, अंग्रेजी चलेगी।
अर्नब, मैं जापान में 8 साल रहा हूँ। जापान में हर आदमी जापानी बोलता है, करेक्ट? और जापान किसी से भी इंफीरियर नहीं है।
नहीं, but why did he say this?
Not the language. It is not the language.
No. One minute, just 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Would he go to any state and say your language will not work, only English will? Will he go to Bengal and say Bengali won't work? Will he go to Assam and say Assamese won't work? Huh? Will he go to parts of Bihar and say Bhojpuri won't work, or Eastern UP and say Bhojpuri won't work? He came to Karnataka and he said Kannada is under attack. What if he were to go to Tamil Nadu and say Tamil won't work, English will work? What would the reaction be?
Yeah, it should not be politicized. It should not be politicized.
It's not a question of shouldn't be politicized. It's quite obvious to me. I want to get in Harshvardhan Tripathi ji. आपको क्या लगता है? Harshvardhan ji, what do you think?
अर्नब, मुझे लगता है कि अभी जब हम लोग ये डिबेट कर रहे हैं, और शायद राहुल गांधी के सलाहकारों को आज समझ में आ जाएगा कि राहुल गांधी कुछ मसलों पर तो अपना मानसिक संतुलन खो बैठे हैं। और मैं ये बहुत गंभीरता से ये बात कह रहा हूं। संविधान सभा में कांग्रेस के दिग्गज नेता कमलापति त्रिपाठी जी ने क्या कहा था, मैं वो पढ़ देता हूं। उन्होंने कहा था कि भाषा के नाम पर संघर्ष की राजनीति चरम पर है। भाषा संस्कृति का आधार होती है, और संस्कृति राष्ट्रों के इतिहास और उनके जीवन और उत्थान और विकास का आधार हुआ करती है। हमने इस बात पर ध्यान नहीं दिया, और आज भी विदेशी भाषाएं अपना रहे। भाषा और लिपि के क्षेत्र में हमारा देश कभी दरिद्र नहीं रहा। हम समस्त एशियाई देशों ने हमारी लिपि का सहारा लेकर अपनी भाषा लिपि का निर्माण किया है। दुनिया में कोई देश नहीं है अर्नब जिसने अपनी भाषा, अपनी संस्कृति को लेकर इस तरह से हीन भावना आगे बढ़ाई हो। राहुल गांधी किस मन स्थिति में पहुंच गए? नरेंद्र मोदी से वो नहीं जीत पा रहे तो पूरे देश का सम्मान वो नीचे गिराना चाहते हैं। और कभी वो कन्नड़ को तमिल से लड़ाते हैं, कभी वो तमिल को हिंदी से लड़ाते हैं, कभी वो कहते हैं कि नहीं देखिए एक अजीब किस्म का एक डोमिनेंस है, ऊपर से थोप दिया जा रहा है। और ये कहते हैं वो ये बात भूल जाते हैं कि भारत के लोग इंटरनेशनल लैंग्वेज के तौर पर अंग्रेजी को न सिर्फ सीख रहे हैं, दुनिया में सबसे अच्छी अंग्रेजी बोलने वाले लोगों में शामिल हैं। उन्हीं की पार्टी के शशि थरूर वो अंग्रेजी बोलने के लिए ही जाने जा रहे हैं। लेकिन सवाल ये है कि क्या वही शशि थरूर ये नहीं मानते हैं कि गुलामी की मानसिकता से भारत नहीं निकल पा रहा है? क्या कांग्रेस के लोगों को यह नहीं पता है कि वो पूरी तरह से भारत से उनका अगर कनेक्ट टूट गया, संपर्क टूट गया, तो इसीलिए क्योंकि भाषा और संस्कृति इस मामले में कांग्रेस और कांग्रेस के नेता वो दूर जाते चले जा रहे हैं।
नहीं, मगर ये भी कई लोग ये कहते हैं कि यू सी अमेरिका, यू गॉट टू अंडरस्टैंड ही इज गॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. आई थिंक लेट्स फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड ही इज गॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. And the problem principally, if you ask me, is of knowledge and depth. कितनी समझ है, और जो हिंदी में जो कहते हैं ना शाजिया जी, कितनी गंभीरता है उनमें, कितनी गहराई है. Does he have depth? अब किसी बच्चे को जैसे कोई खिलौना दे दिया, भारत जोड़ो यात्रा, बेटा तुम जाओ, और 50 लोग फ्लैग लेके तुम्हारे साथ घूमेंगे, 3-4 कॉमेडियन और 2-3 फिल्म स्टार तुम्हारे साथ भेज देंगे और खड़े होके कहेंगे राहुल गांधी जिंदाबाद. तो फिर stay to the script. You see, America, let me give you one example. The most quoted thing, Shazia, the most quoted thing of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, where he says, today's era is not of war. All the international media carried that as a headline. Today's era is not of war. उसकी impact थी कि नहीं? उन्होंने हिंदी में कहा था. हिंदी में उन्होंने कहा, और हिंदी में उन्होंने कहा कि मैं जानता हूं कि आज का युग युद्ध का युग नहीं है. मैं जानता हूं कि आज का युग युद्ध का युग नहीं है.
Absolutely.
अब आप कह रहे हैं हिंदी की बात दुनिया नहीं समझेगी. क्या बात है भाई? आई वेलकम इनटू द डिबेट. कल बोलेंगे. अब प्रधानमंत्री जब जाते हैं, मैं और एक एग्जांपल देता हूं. प्रधानमंत्री जब डेवोस गए वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम में, जब उन्होंने शुरू में कहा वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, तो उनको क्या अंग्रेजी में कहना चाहिए था? इतनी इंफीरियरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स अमेरिका है. You have any answer to me, America?
Exactly.
It's so embarrassing.
Exactly.
Or
inferiority
G,
complex.
go on. Who would like to speak? Shazia versus America, please.
Arnab,
Yes, please. Yeah, America.
Arnab.
Go on.
Yes.
மிக்க நன்றி ஆர்னாப்.
Yes, I really feel. I think it's a matter of crying shame.
ஆங்கிலத்தில் பேசினால் மட்டுமே.
It's a matter of
No,
crying
he's saying
shame
something. 1 minute. He's saying something. 1 minute. He's saying something. Let him say.
உங்களுடைய ஆடியன்ஸுக்கு ஆங்கிலத்தில் பேசினால்
No, 1 minute. Shazia, let him complete. Yeah.
புரியாது. ஹிந்தில பேசினா புரியாது. நீங்க ஹிந்தில இப்ப பேசுனீங்க. ஹிந்தில பேசுனீங்க. எனக்கு முன்னால ஒருவர் 4 நிமிடங்கள் ஹிந்தில தான் பேசினாரு. என்ன பேச விட மாட்டீங்க தமிழ்ல. அதாவது ஆங்கிலமா இந்தியா, இட்ஸ் நாட் இங்கிலீஷ் ஆர் ஹிந்தி ஆர் தமிழ். டு ஸ்டார்ட் வித், பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் யுவர் இன்ஃபீரியாரிட்டி காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ், யூ லைட் through your teeth to the nation by saying that Hindi is the national language. Hindi is the official language of India, not a national language. First, a person of anchoring and a major anchor of a major news should not lie to the people, number 1. Number 2, Rahul Gandhi, see, you have a habit of quoting and misquoting people, slicing and dicing what you want to say. Unlike you, he has not been sitting in the air-conditioned office or air-conditioned studio to make these comments. He has been mingling. I have been critical about Rahul Gandhi.
Are you really serious?
He is mingling with millions and millions of people, unlike you guys who are staying in the air-conditioned thing and make the comment. He has walked with millions of people, and they have told
put the phone down, sir.
And he has told them
put the phone down and debate with me. Keep the phone down. 1 minute. Keep the phone down, Mr. Narayan.
Is a means, as
Mr.
an
Narayan,
earlier
keep the phone
speaker
down.
has said,
Keep the phone down.
is a means to people. I'm sorry. Education is a people.
So
helps people
I
to
want to
learn
come in whenever
and
you're done,
yearn.
sir. Arnab, can you give me a moment?
When you learn
to
through
intervene?
English, your market increases. We all know that. You wouldn't be here but for your English. I'm not saying, and neither Rahul has said, don't learn your mother's tongue. Hindi-speaking people should learn their mother's tongue. I speak in Tamil. I learned my mother tongue. But the person who spoke before me, he made sure he didn't speak a single word in Hindi. If I were to do that, I'll be foolhardy just like that fellow who could not communicate with me
You clearly
and the
don't get
audience.
it.
Okay, America.
English
America, two things. America, 1 minute.
So don't
just 1 minute, just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. America, now you finished. Now you finished. Now that you've finished, I presume you've finished. Let me respond to you and hand over to Shazia for her response. Now, America, wait, I let you speak for a long time. At one point, you have to stop.
So
you got it. No, Shazia, one quick response to one. No. He made a point. He made a point. I need to respond to. Can you please? Can you? Now, I'll tell you one thing, America. Do anything that you ever want to. I'll forgive you. But don't you dare compare people like me.
You forgive me, I forgive
Don't you dare compare people like me or others who are the product of merit, who have worked hard. Stop cackling there, please. I don't like these duck-like expressions. Now listen to me. My point is, don't compare people like me who have gone up the hard way, worked, studied hard, okay, passed professional examinations, won scholarships and fellowships.
I did too.
Tell me one scholarship or fellowship which your 53-year-old adolescent has got in his life. Tell me one. Okay, I won't question about, I'm not going to do a Subramaniam Swami to you on his degrees. The question is never insult people like me by comparing us to your 53-year-old adolescent. Please don't do that. Everybody on the program, whether Mr. Reddy or Ravi or Shazia or me, we are the product of what we've done in our life, not where we were born. Now there's one point. Don't also say, 1 minute, where have you got this bad habit of speaking over others? Don't also say that without English you will be nothing. I don't think so. Shazia doesn't think so. Shazia was one of the best known Hindi news anchors. You ask her, is France held back by the official use of French?
Can we tell?
Are the Germans proud of German? If you go to Germany, do they speak English to you? Or do they speak German to you? Has using Japanese left the Japanese behind?
Well, Rahul Gandhi should know what language is used in Italy. What do Italians use? Which is the language? What does Miss Meloni use? Which is the language that
Shazia, louder please,
Shazia uses? And also the language of Macron. So whether it's Macron or Xi Jinping or it's Meloni, and Rahul Gandhi should know what is used in Italy. Do they use Italian? Is Italian the official language of use and instruction or not? So when you denigrate Hindi, it does not mean that Rahul Gandhi insinuates that English is the only way out. No, we speak English and Hindi. Everybody, and the national education policy. If you, sir, and your senior, the Yuvraj, Rahul Gandhi ji, had bothered to read the new national education policy, you would know that there is no discrimination at all in India on the basis of religion, and states are free to use the medium of instruction. So on facts, clearly you're skating on thin ice. Now going back to Hindi and English, the fact of the matter is you can't run down Hindi, and you must not, and English can't be your only salvation or a passport. The fact of the matter is, whether it's the Germans or the Spanish or the Italians or the Japanese or the Chinese, look at Mandarin. They have never felt handicapped or disabled by the use of their main language. So you must know that they have not chosen English as the sole passport.
But it's not. But he also see. I'll tell you what he may be doing.
And that is where Colonial Rahul Gandhi with inferiority complex. Just because you know English, you think you're superior. You can be supercilious towards those who don't speak Hindi or who don't speak English.
You guys are so scared of Rahul Gandhi.
This
you know that?
is a classic case of inferiority complex and a colonial hangover.
So scared of Rahul Gandhi.
America, we are having a serious debate. It's not about Rahul Gandhi. It's about the mindset, and I want to bring in Reveller Sridhar Reddy and Ravi Sharma. It's a serious debate. We can't bring it down to an individual. But the question is, why is a comment like this made? It reflects, in my view, Ravi and Mr. Reddy, a certain frivolousness.
I'll tell you why.
This person, 1 minute, please don't speak over me, America. The others are listening. Why are you doing this? Can I adjust the screens accordingly, please? There is a certain level of frivolousness in this individual. Lack of seriousness. You see, you feel you are speaking to people you can talk down to, Ravi. He's always talking down. He's always speaking down. He must understand that in today's day and age, people are much wiser and are going to look at this with a lot of cynicism. And Mr. Reddy, don't fall prey to this Hindi versus Southern Indian languages debate. It's not about that. It's about Indian languages versus English. Correct. I speak English. I've devoted a large part of my career in English, but I feel very proud when I anchor in Hindi. It doesn't make me a smaller or lesser human being. It makes me a more complete Indian. Mr. Reddy, when we launched Republic Bangla, there was one day, Mr. Reddy, I used to anchor 7 to 8 in Hindi, 8 to 9 in Bangla, and 9 to 11 in English. And Mr. Harshvardhan Tripathi knows that. I felt that for the first time, my journalism, Can Everybody Be On, was reaching everyone across India. Now, what if I had started saying, no, it doesn't matter, I should only anchor in English? What is this mindset? Mr. Reddy, would you have something to say before Ravi takes it forward?
See, first of all, we don't see this as a Hindi versus or any other language.
I'm glad you don't.
Number one. Number two, we don't support any sort of disrespect to any language, just not Hindi, any other official or non-official languages, whatever, even a dialect the people use, regular language that in their own areas. Number three, today, let us leave it to the people of the country what comments Rahul Gandhi made and whether it is a disrespect to Hindi or people are really hurt or not. Number three, but we also do not support dominance of a particular language, whether it is Hindi or
that's not even an issue here.
Or other languages.
No, but that's not an issue here. We'll discuss it when that issue comes. But in this case, in the context of tonight's debate, is that an issue, Ravi? That's not the issue. The issue is India was never a nation. No. Mr. Reddy, 1 minute. Mr. Reddy, listen to me. Mr. Reddy, please understand. There's a mindset of a person who goes to the UK and he says, and you heard Harshvardhan Tripathi, we were never a nation. हम तो कभी राष्ट्र थे ही नहीं. This is a person who says हमारी तो कोई geostrategic policy है ही नहीं, सब चीन के पास है. It's a different mindset. You got to understand. Where everything which is foreign is good, everything that is Chinese is great. Ravi.
Arnab, this very clearly shows the deep-seated anguish and I think the complex, because I think he is not.
I can't see RK on it. Yeah, Ravi.
Arnab, amongst other things,
louder, please. Audio, please.
Arnab, I think what is happening is that unfortunately many of our leaders, they have this habit of going to the foreign countries. They think the only way they will get respect there.
Can I have the audio fixed for Ravi, please? Thank you. Ravi is saying something. Ravi.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Go on.
See, amongst other things, Arnab, what Rahul Gandhi is suffering from is that Down Sahib syndrome. This is something that he's inherited from his grandfather. And I actually believe, had Rahul Gandhi gone to a school where the medium of instruction was Italian, he would be a different human being. Disdain from everything that's Indian.
I don't think.
Hello?
I don't think.
Please
even
fix
the,
it.
Even the discussion is either to criticize or support or Rahul Gandhi. I think the discussion is, are we one language is dominating our other, or
it's no. 1 minute. Just one.
Globally compete.
No. Mr. Reddy. Mr. Reddy. 1 minute. Mr. Reddy. 1 minute. Let's take 2 steps back. Can Rahul Gandhi, Ravi, go to Italy and say to Meloni, who's the leader of the right-wing party, which is one power, can he say to Meloni, or could he have said earlier to Berlusconi, that Italian won't help you? Stop speaking Italian? Would he have been able to say that, Shazia? Because I'm having an audio problem there on the right. Yes, please. I put that question to Shazia. Could he have done that? How can you do that in India?
He would not have been able to say. So
audio, please. Thank you. Oh, Shazia, please, little louder. Thank you.
I think that is what will make it very clear to Rahul Gandhi and the Vadra Congress. I think it's a matter of of crying shame. And this is a very entitled little lobby which believes that speaking in English is all you can do. After all, we heard Bilawal Bhutto make a complete fool of himself and cut a sorry figure. I mean, he spoke in English, but what did he have to say? It was laughable. So it is not about the language, but about substance. And it can be any language. But to look down upon Hindi and denigrate it, and to consider English clearly superior, and to be supercilious about it, is what I have a problem with. And this is clearly what Rahul Gandhi has done. And I think it's
no, इसमें और एक बात है जो जमीन से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं, वो भारत हो, पाकिस्तान हो, चीन हो, रूस हो,
बोलती हूँ, अंग्रेजी भी बोलती हूँ.
नहीं शाजिया, एक मिनट, जो भारत, जो देश दुनिया भर में आजकल, हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी जी, जो जमीन से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं, जो जिन नेताओं की जमीन से जुड़े हुए हैं, जिनकी America, are you constantly speaking behind me? Okay, go on. Let his audio be up, please, because it was up anyway. Let him speak.
1 minute, please.
Yeah, go on. Since he's on air, his audio is up. Go on, please.
से कोई भी पहचान है,
no. Let America speak.
Okay, what I am saying is. Thank you, Arnab.
अरे भाई, देश की मिट्टी से अगर आपकी जरा से भी कुछ आपको मोहब्बत होगी, तो आप किसी भी जबान को बुरा भला नहीं कहेंगे.
What you have said, what
क्या वो हिंदी हो या तमिल हो?
Out one important thing. The whole objective of Rahul Gandhi pointing it out is a hypocritical BJP leaders who are sending their sons and daughters to the Hindi English medium and abroad, and telling that the others should learn only in Hindi. That's what he was pointing out.
No, I just quoted the national education policy. You're lying, sir.
Even in a Hindi-speaking language.
Can I be honest with you? Because
Harshvardhan Tripathi ji, please. Shazia, one.
No, I have to dispute that. No, let me.
Okay, then I have two people on air right now. America.
Who are sending their kids to English medium schools. And finding it out. That's all he did. He never said Hindi is
the audio is not being fixed, please. Can I just have one person at a time, please? Thank you.
Arnab, can I speak?
RK, please, yeah.
Arnab, can I speak?
Yes,
I think
sir.
I want to bring 2 points. I think Mr. America is making these sweeping statements that these leaders are saying only Hindi. Nobody is saying only Hindi, first of all. Please do not twist. Second, this imposition business.
Yes.
Nobody is imposing. If you are living in Tamil Nadu or you go to Delhi for a job, you have to learn Hindi, sir. Doesn't matter. And if I am in Delhi and if I go to Chennai, I'll have to learn Tamil. This country is rich because of its diversity. 22 languages. What Rahul Gandhi says was absolutely politically motivated, trying to tell people Hindi se kuch nahi hone wala. Or essentially it was not Hindi. He's not bothered about Hindi. He's not bothered about people. He's bothered about politics.
I think as this I think what's happening is also one needs to be a little forgiving because as this Bharat Jodo Yatra is progressing, whenever he is not surrounded, you see there are the usual 100 Congress workers taking selfies and posting videos with him and editing them out, it's okay. But when the problem is here, Ravi, that when he speaks extempore, when he's put up on a stage, right, then he's back to being the unedited Rahul Gandhi. And this comment today has really revealed something. What do you think?
See, Arnab, I said that maybe my audio is not clear. Had Rahul Gandhi gone to a school where the medium of instruction was Italian, he would have been a different Rahul Gandhi. This man, he's suffering from Brown Sahib syndrome. He has disdain for everything that's Indian. Indian languages, Indian culture. Like you pointed out, he made a statement that India was not a nation. And he has inherited this disdain from his grandfather. That Brown Sahib syndrome that I referred to was exactly what inflicted Nehru. What Rahul Gandhi today but he says that Hindi is not the language. And if you are taught in Hindi, your children will suffer. Does he understand what's the basis of introduction of mother tongue by this national education policy? Has made this departure that the children should be educated in mother tongue. The reason is very simple, because very many experiments, social, psychological, educational have proved.
I think people should ask Rahul Gandhi whether he can go to Italy, where a substantial part of his family is from, and say in Italy that Italian does not matter. That is something he should do and try out. Otherwise, he should keep his inferiority complex to himself. And ladies and gentlemen, the Congress